boys and girls. Welcome to another exciting episode of Trigger Warning Radio. I am your host, the Kaiju Conservative. Folks, I really don't. I don't even know where to begin with this episode, because this is just one of those things that the sheer stupidity of it is absolutely mind-boggling. Maybe I should just jump right in here and tell you folks exactly what I'm talking about. So, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, he gave a speech on Wednesday, which was an impassioned defense of the quote-unquote right to abortion, and Cuomo actually got very into it. He got very angry, and he talked about exactly what New York needs to do as a state in order to protect the abortion rights of its citizens. And and he let fly with probably what is the dumbest remark that I've ever heard a leftist politician say this week. And rather than talk about it any further, rather than try and set it up any further, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to play you what Andrew Cuomo said, because this is something that you have to see it to believe it. So here it is, Andrew Cuomo, the money quote from his speech on Wednesday.
We now need to codify Roe v. Wade, which will actually increase the protections in New York. God forbid they do what they intend to do, which is overturn Roe v. Wade. I want to get it done before the Supreme Court does that, because I don't want any gap in a woman's right to protection, and we have a better legal case when the Supreme Court acts, because I will sue when the Supreme Court acts. And I want the New York State law in place.
What? Who the hell is Andrew Cuomo going to sue? Okay, let's back up for a second. Let's say that all of a sudden we've got this conservative majority on the Supreme Court, and they decide to roll back Roe versus Wade. Who in the hell is Cuomo going to sue? Is he going to sue Brett Kavanaugh as the possibly deciding vote on such a case? Is he going to sue the conservative wing of the Supreme Court? Is he going to sue the entire Supreme Court? Who in the hell is he going to sue? And for that matter, where the hell is he going to file this suit? I mean, this is just, oh my God, I have heard some dumb crap from the mouths of the left before. I really have, but this takes the cake. I mean, oh my sweet Jesus. And this is an elected official, ladies and gentlemen. This man is a governor. He runs the state of New York, and here he is talking about how he's going to sue the Supreme Court for rolling back Roe versus Wade. I mean, the stupid literally burns in this instance, folks. This who would have thought? I mean, seriously, who would have thought that out of the two Cuomo brothers, Chris Cuomo of CNN was going to be the smart one here? I mean, and this is a man, give you even more nightmares. This is a man that has had designs on the presidency before. This is somebody who back in 2016, before Hillary officially declared her candidacy, this is somebody that people were looking at as a serious contender for the Democratic nomination. And here he is talking about suing the Supreme Court for rolling back Roe versus Wade. Now, oh my God. I literally can't even right now. But let's look at that statement. Let's look at Andrew Cuomo's plans. Let's take it at face value and assume it is legit and it's not just the ravings of a madman or the lies of somebody trying to get donations and gin up the base. Let's pretend that Cuomo is legit on this point. Is it possible to sue the Supreme Court of the United States of America? No. No, it is not possible to sue the Supreme Court. You cannot sue the Supreme Court because they made a decision that you disagree with. Why? Because judicial officials, judges, of which the Supreme Court is made up of 9 judges, by the way, they are immune to lawsuits. You cannot sue a judge acting in an official capacity. Why? Because you can't. Because there would be absolute chaos in the judicial system if that were the case. If you could sue a judge for something that you disagreed with, or something that you thought was unconstitutional, or something like that, it would be pandemonium, and the rule of law would cease to exist, and our judicial system would become so bogged down with frivolous lawsuits that it would not be able to function. I mean, you would have criminals, convicted criminals, by the way, suing for everything. You know, somebody gets convicted of jaywalking, or somebody gets convicted of a speeding violation. They would sue the judge, and the judge would have to answer that suit, and it would have to be, it would have to go through the trial process, and blah, 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 blah. You could not function as a society of laws if that were the case. It's not some grand conspiracy like I'm sure some leftists out there are claiming right this second, because leftists are freaking stupid. It's not some Trumpian power play or anything like that. You cannot you cannot walk into a courtroom and sue a judge. And you definitely can't sue the Supreme Court. And who are you going to appeal to if you don't like the decision? Let's say you could sue the Supreme Court, and let's say you don't win in your first case, which you probably in your first go at trial, which you probably won't. So you keep on going through the appeals process. Where's that going to end up? It's going to end up at the Supreme Court, with the Supreme Court deciding on the case that you're bringing against it. It's just it is something you can look this up on Google. This took me like a 5-second Google search to find the answer. It is not possible to sue the Supreme Court. It's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. That's not going to stop leftists from believing it, though. I mean, you heard the applause at the end of that when he said he was going to sue to protect Roe v. Wade. I mean, that's just there are people out there that will believe this, and why is that? Well, it's because I think that Trump derangement syndrome has made the left stupid, or even stupider, as it were. You've got these people believing that you can prosecute a sitting president of the United States for a crime. There's been ample precedent set forth that you cannot do something like that. In fact, the DOJ has guidelines against doing that. And Robert Mueller himself has said he will not indict the president, that he will follow those guidelines, mostly because Robert Mueller is full of crap and has absolutely no case whatsoever. But that's not going to stop the leftist base from believing this sort of thing. And this brings me to my next point, which is I find it hard to believe that Cuomo is actually this freaking stupid, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Cuomo, you don't get to be governor. You don't get to be governor of New York State, or any state for that matter, by being an idiot, by being a moron. It's not possible. And Cuomo, he was a New York district attorney for a number of years, so he definitely should know that it's not possible to sue the Supreme Court. But yet you still get that audience applauding. You still get leftists in leftist media circles saying, yeah, sue the Supreme Court. Yeah, sue them when they try to roll back Roe v. Wade. Let's stop that shit right here and now. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job, Cuomo. Good job defending our abortion rights, blah, blah, blah. You're still going to have people like that. So that leads two possibilities here, ladies and gentlemen, with regards to Andrew Cuomo's remarks. The first possibility that we have here is something that I alluded to very shortly ago, that Andrew Cuomo is lying. Straight up. Cuomo knows that he can't sue the Supreme Court. He'd be an idiot to try. He would look He would look like a fool. He would lose any sort of resistance cred that he's built up. And this is a man, like I said, he's got designs on the presidency at some point. I wouldn't, maybe not in 2020, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him trying to run in 2024 or beyond. And if he does something as stupid as bringing a lawsuit against the Supreme Court, that right there is going to destroy his chances at a presidency, because any Republican candidate or even any Democrat candidate trying to oust him for the nomination worth their salt is going to pick up on that and say, you see, this guy right here is a freaking moron, and he wants to be the president. He would lose the Democratic primaries. He wouldn't even get out of he wouldn't even get out of the first state. So no, I think the more likely possibility, rather than Cuomo being a complete moron, I think the more likely possibility is that he's lying and that he's doing this to gin up his base, to gin up the Democrat base in general, to try and get that blue wave to turn out that the Democrats are so hoping is going to happen in November, and also to get some of that sweet, sweet donor cash in order to continue with the resistance. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is Cuomo really that stupid, or is he a lying manipulator trying to gin up his base? I got 50-50 odds on either one, but let me know in the comment section below. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Both of those things help me out quite a bit, and I will see you all next time.